Hi and welcome everyone to The Pits. I'm Bryony Ingerson and I'm going to take you inside the world of motorsport. Today we'll take a ride around a brand new purpose-built racing track that V8 supercar drivers are raving about.
Oh, I love driving it. I mean, it's so challenging and got so many different types of corners. It's you just don't get bored with it.
We'll look in detail at the world of racing tyres and we'll see a very different side of Hollywood legend Eric Bana.
Very mindful of the fact that it's a car that I need to treat with a bit of respect, so it's not my car either.
The Fiat Abarth team imported 3 custom-built Bambinos, hired the firm of a gun mechanical engineer and developed a very unusual race team by combining some professional steerers with some not-so-fit executives and perhaps even less fit motoring riders. The team's challenge? Conquer the mountain. We were there in the pits when the Abarth Bambinos competed in the Bathurst 12-hour endurance race.
These little cars come from a proud Italian racing heritage, and that's why the man who runs the Fiat company in Australia decided that at this year's Bathurst 12-hour endurance race, the Bambinos were to be reborn as race cars. The man Fiat hired to make it all happen is motorsport godfather Alan Heathy.
They got the cars out of Europe, which were a one-make series Fiat Abarth, and we've sort of prepped them to try and do the 12-hour and give drivers sort of training sessions in the things and test days and all that type of thing to sort of elevate everything up to be able to come here and do a reasonable job in the 12-hour. It is something very different, and like I said, it's been a hell of a challenge to get it all here, but one that's been, quite enjoyable actually. When you're involved with good people that work together with you, then it makes a big difference how it all comes off.
Heathy gathered a motley crew of motoring journalists, executives and professional drivers to help him get the little Fiats around Mount Panorama against a field of much more powerful machines.
The challenge for the project was initially trying to get the drivers a licence, because a number of the drivers didn't have a licence full stop, a CAMS licence of any description, so we had to try and get them a basic CAMS licence and then get all that certified through doing the events so that they could move into a national competition licence.
In the months leading up to Bathurst, the team is busy testing and training the drivers, getting them up to speed and through all the official hoops required to get them proper racing licences.
I've got to say that I think we're as prepared we're ever going to be. I mean, we've done nearly 1,200 kilometres of testing. Fundamentally, we're pretty well organised.
At Bathurst, as a team goes about the job of qualifying, amateur drivers like Toby Hagan from Fairfax Drive find out quickly what Mount Panorama is all about.
The proximity of the walls to the track is incredible in terms of, you've done a lot of times, just seeing how daunting it is going up there was incredible. Little things like even going up Mountain Straight over the hump, just the lightness of the car was quite amazing, and reminding yourself that these walls are incredibly close across the top. But it was really exhilarating. It was great to get a few laps in and finish it with a half-decent time.
Another amateur driver is journalist Mike Sinclair, editor from carsales.com.au.
The track is awesome. People talk about how good the Bathurst track is. Unless you've raced here, unless you've actually got into a car and gone around it quick, nobody has any idea how good it is. I've been lucky enough to drive a number of the good tracks around the world, and this thing is in another league.
To make life a little easier for the non-professional drivers, the Fiats are fitted with a very special device developed by Bosch, which helps them get out of the way of the much faster cars. So we're looking at the collision avoidance system here. Allow me to demonstrate.
We find ourselves using that pretty much all the time because it gives us a really good view of what's coming up, and it gives us coloured arrows as to which car's coming and where it is in relation to us. So that has been absolutely vital for us on this track.
Our drivers have been saying that they just don't look at the mirrors at all because that thing tells them everything they need to know.
By the time the big race gets underway, the team is well prepared and well drilled.
Excited?
Yeah, I am. Look, it's interesting. You come up here and actually, the way with 3 cars, 4 drivers for each car, you actually don't get a lot of time in the car through qualifying and practice. So it'll be nice to actually get a decent stint in the car. And you're nervous, but the fear is you just don't want to muck up,
Amazingly physical. Look, it's exhilarating to actually put a lap in and get it done, but it's extremely hard work. It's not like just driving around at home. It's a massive thing.
The cars impressed everyone, even professional drivers in the team, like Luke Yulden.
It really does rocket out of corners, and probably from 0 to 150 k's it is really strong and really surprising. So, I mean, it hits a bit of a brick wall once you start to get to 200 odd k's, but certainly the gearbox is fantastic, and just pull it through any time in the rev range and hold it flat, and it's very similar to a V8 supercar in that respect.
That was fun. That was lots of fun. Yeah, just like a lot of the numpties are gone, so we can lap at a reasonable rate. It's just really, really good.
It's unbelievably tiring. It is so hot out there. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, just getting any sort of reduction in temperature. I've tried everything, putting my hand out the window and directing air onto it. So, yeah, it's full on.
The cars and the drivers perform to the team's expectations and deliver a very happy ending. After more than 1,500 kilometres and 243 laps, one car finishes in the overall top 20 and wins a category, and another finishes in 22nd place. And neither car had a scratch or a mark on them.
Great company to work for, and they deserve what they got today. They really do, yeah. Yes, they really do.
Fantastic, great effort. One of these things doesn't happen without all these guys in here. They're the ones who do the work. We just have fun.
Yeah. It's a dream come true, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Good story with a happy end.
Yeah, great story, happy ending. 3 cars, perfect.
Well done.
Nothing better.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. Hey, we have to go to the podium now. Yeah.
Dean Canto there. And next, we take a ride in some much faster cars.
Even the tires has been modified to match the power and the torque that there is on this kind of car.